Monday Night Football, playoff style. Eagles and Buccaneers, a Monday night wildcard finale after 6 games this week, and this will be the final one. And I'm going to let you know how to play this game Monday night and make some money between the Eagles and Bucs free for you here in this video in just a moment. Hi, this is Steve Merrill, WagerTalk.com, right back here on Wager Talk TV, breaking down the 6th and final wildcard game for wildcard weekend into weeknight, because this is a Monday Night Football game, 8:15 Eastern for you on ESPN ABC networks. And this is a situation where we have two teams heading in opposite directions. The Philadelphia Eagles, the defending NFC champs, so close to winning the Super Bowl last year, came into the season red hot, 10-1 straight up their first 11 games. Also went 6-2 against the spread with a couple pushes. But then they did not finish too well down the stretch, to say the least. They lost 5 of their final 6 games straight up, going 0-6 against the spread the last 6 games. Meanwhile, the Buccaneers, one of the better point spread teams in the league this year, a mediocre 9-8 straight up at 11-6 against the number, and boy did they finish strong down the stretch, going 5-1 straight up their final 6. They also covered 4 of their final 5 games. So two teams obviously heading in opposite directions, but for that reason, this line is a lot cheaper than it would have been just a month or two ago. Philadelphia currently just a 3-point road favorite, so we get them in a basic straight-up win situation, and I do think there's value with Philadelphia in this game on Monday night for a couple reasons. First of all, the adjusted line value. I just mentioned that this line is cheap based on the Eagles' 6-game losing streak against the spread. Buccaneers covering 4 of their last 5 and winning 5 of their last 6 straight up. And yes, home dogs in the wild card round have been a profitable play over the past decade, but most of them have to be a bigger dog of at least 4 or more. In fact, Ralph Michaels had a chart on Friday's Wager Talk today. And by the way, this past Friday I co-hosted with Teddy Covers. I'm in for the Prez this coming week, Monday through Thursday as well. It's a Prez free zone. You're safe to go watch the replay. But Ralph had some great playoff charts for the wildcard weekend going back to 2013. The last 11 years, it's shown that home teams in the middle price range have not fared well. And it makes a lot of sense because the way these games are set up, we have a situation right here where the better team, the better record, Philadelphia, is technically the road team because they're the wild card, whereas Tampa Bay won a much weaker NFC South division where the Eagles were the runner-up to the Cowboys in a very competitive NFC East. So for that reason, the home team for many years have not been the better team in the wild card round. And as Ralph's chart clearly showed, that has been the case. In fact, if you play dogs, big dogs of more than 4 points, 4 points or more, they are 2-0 over the last 11 years. But all teams of 8.5 points or less to plus 3.5, those home teams have gone just 16-25 against the spread. Once again, this line is only 3, so it's not quite high enough for me to get interested in the Buccaneers. And there's another reason why I like Philly in this game. These teams played earlier in the season on Monday Night Football back on September 25th, and it was an easy win for the Philadelphia Eagles, 25-11. Nothing misleading about that win either. They had a 27-12 first down edge, substantial total yard edge, 472 yards to just 174. Nothing misleading about that win. And oh, by the way, the Eagles were a 5.5-point road favorite, and they won easily by 14. Now they're just a 3-point road favorites. This is once again what I'm talking about, the adjusted line based on the last month or so of results for each team. And Philadelphia was a much better squad in early September, and I think it's a reset here also now that the playoffs have begun. As we head into the weekend, though, Jalen Hurts is hurt. No question about it. His finger is not healthy. He said he's had trouble throwing all week in practice. He's been limited. That is a concern. But I think Philadelphia is going to be able to run the ball in this game, and that's one thing Tampa has not done well this season at all, is run the football. One of the worst rushing attacks in the NFL, just 89 yards a game, only 76 yards a game at home, only 3 yards per carry. Baker Mayfield's played well this year, especially down the stretch. He's had a decent season. And Jalen Hurts with the injury might be a little subpar, but Hurts still much better numbers overall this year compared to Mayfield, and definitely a better triple option attack as far as running, throwing, goal line stance, those 1-yard pushes that the Eagles have perfected with one of the strongest quarterbacks in recent history. What's he bench? Jalen benches over like 500 pounds as a quarterback. Really impressive. But once again, can't overlook that 25-11 win back in September. And yes, the Bucs have played better here down the stretch, but don't forget, they could have clinched the division a couple weeks ago at home as a 2.5-point favorite. They lost outright to New Orleans 23-13. We actually had a strong best bet on the Saints for my clients at wagertalk.com on that New Year's Eve game. And they had 4 turnovers in the game. And the reason I mentioned that is because all other games during the 5, they've gone 5-1 straight up, as I mentioned, their last 6. They had 4 turnovers in that loss to the Saints. They had just 2 turnovers total in the other 5 games. 2 total in the other 5 games. The Eagles had 4 turnovers last week alone against the Giants. In fact, the Eagles have had 2 turnovers or more in 4 of their last 5 games and 5 of their last 7. Meanwhile, on defense, the Eagles have forced 1 turnover or less in 7 straight games, and they've gone 2-5 straight up, 1-6 in those against the spread. Turnovers are often random in the NFL, and a veteran playoff-savvy team like the Eagles, I don't think are going to turn it over in this game as much as the Bucs. That's another reason why there is value with Philadelphia at -3 or less on Monday Night Football, 8:15 Eastern. Hey, let me know your thoughts on this game. Comment below. I read all the comments. I reply back. Do you like the side? Do you like the total? What other best bets do you like in the NFL, the NBA, college basketball as well? Chime in below. Let's win together here on Wager Talk TV. And don't forget, if you want my official best bets on a daily basis, now's a great time to try them out. I've got a 3-day all-access special. Also, the 1-year all-access is still available. If you're taking a serious investment approach, it gets you 365 straight days and nights of college and pro football, college and pro basketball, and Major League Baseball. 5 sports, all for one price with an instant 41% discount. But you got to use promo code SM365. It is still available. I made it available at the start of the new year. Many of you have gotten on board the last couple weeks and locked up a full year of all access. And we've had a great start to 2024 after a huge one in 2023. Yes, you missed a couple weeks. That's the bad news. Good news is if you sign up now, you still get a full 365 days and nights, which means you get the first 2 weeks of January 2025 now. So it works out no matter how you cut, how you slice it. Win big, consistent investment approach, and save big with that special promo code SM365. You get it down to just over $3 a day for all sports, all access. That works out to just over $1 a play for the next full year. Check it out right now, SteveMerrillWagerTalk.com. And don't forget daily free plays every day of the week as well. Free plays on my page right now, SteveMerrillWagerTalk.com. Get there quicker with shortcut WT.buzz/SM. Follow me on Twitter as well at Steve Merrill, 2 R's, 1 L at Steve Merrill on Twitter. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram now also. I'm on IG. I post free plays throughout the week on Instagram. And once again, comment below. I read all the comments. I reply back. Let me know who you like, your best bets, player props, other things you're looking at in this game between the Eagles and Bucs on Monday night. And don't forget, thumbs up, a like, and hit subscribe and hit the bell for instant alerts so you know when these solo free play videos go live each and every day for basketball and football, college and pro, and also when my NFL Fade the Public videos up each week for the NFL postseason. Hit subscribe and hit the bell for instant alerts. Once again, I'll be guest hosting Wager Talk today, this Monday through Thursday with Teddy Covers at noon Eastern here on the network. Stay tuned right now for more great football and basketball preview videos coming up next.